Thanks for staying with us. This is News Desk on the Joy channel. I'm Araba Kumsin. Today on Tech Talk, Kobe Nkrumah, my colleague, tells us about a hacking gang switching its malware attacks to a new target. Kobe joins me in the studio with more. Kobe, how are you?
I'm very well.
Okay, I love your shirt. Nice
Thank
color.
you.
What would you call the shirt? Mint? Because some people will think it's green.
It's mint.
It's mint, eh?
It's mint. Only women know color better than men.
Yes. So tell us about this new malware.
So basically, it's a hacking gang, and what they usually do is they attack people with phishing attacks and all that. And this gang has changed its attack. They're called the TA505 group. So they're now attacking banks. So they're attacking people who work in banks. So if you're in the banking sector, well, in the USA, in Australia, they're attacking those banks, sending them phishing emails. So phishing emails basically are emails that are asking you to enter certain details that are sensitive. Sometimes they even send you an attachment. You know, sometimes you get a Word document attachment and it asks you to enable editing. When you click that button, it enables something in Microsoft Word called macros. Now this allows them to do stuff on your computer.
I see. Right? I see that all the time when I'm editing.
Exactly. Now this is very dangerous.
So
for people
is that to say I shouldn't enable editing? Because that's what actually enables me to edit.
Yes. But you should do that for files that you trust the source of. So if you don't know who's sending you the email, don't enable editing.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically what they're targeting. They're targeting people in the banking sector to see if they can make. They want quality over quantity.
Good. Now, we also understand that Samsung is being sued. Someone has filed a lawsuit against them over their water-resistant smartphone claims. Tell us about that.
So, you know, most of these smartphones now are being touted as water-resistant. And unfortunately for Samsung, they've been putting in their ads that you can use it in the pool, at the beach and everything. And then the quality control service in Australia is saying that they're going to sue Samsung for misleading ads because some tests have proven that they do not work in those conditions all the time. So if you're touting it as usable in the pool and then at the beach in your adverts, it might as well do just that. But if it fails even one out of those, you're eligible for a lawsuit. And now they're deciding to sue them. Unfortunately for Samsung in Australia, there are also reports that they've refused to repair some of these phones that were damaged by water. And so they may be sued. But Samsung pledges to defend themselves in court.
I'm sure they do. Well, you know, 2 days ago, was it, we had complaints from people. Even here in the newsroom, we couldn't access, you know, Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. And we didn't know what the problem was. Of course, it's been restored now. But what happened? So
there was an issue with Facebook's system. They have not come out boldly to say exactly what the cause was. But interesting thing is that there was also a similar issue with Cloudflare sites that basically most of these websites use to avert DDoS attacks, which is distributed denial of service attacks. People are claiming that that is possibly that. And some are also saying that there was an exploit found in Facebook, so they had to block uploads of pictures and stuff for a while. So you'd realize that you could send messages, but you couldn't send images. But it's been restored now. And the unfortunate thing is that it caused a lot of people to move to other platforms like Telegram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And a lot of memes are online because of that.
I can imagine. Now let's talk about Huawei. A lot of people in the newsroom use Huawei because of, according to Evans Mensah, the picture quality is really great, you know, and all of that. But we do know that there was this, you know, rift between Huawei and the US. Yes. But we understand now that Trump is easing up on that. So tell us about that.
Following the G20 summit, there was, you know, there was concerns that Trump was going to stop making, you know, he was going to talk to the Chinese president and then they would settle this. And luckily, he's eased up on the ban.
What was the issue that the U.S. had with Huawei?
They said that Huawei was spying, they're using their devices. They had a potential of spying on U.S. citizens with their devices. So
there's a suspicion that they were going to be spying on them.
So they just rather block them and not let it happen. So yeah.
I see.
But now they've eased on it, which is a good thing, finally. Now Huawei, competition is good for us as consumers.
I see. Great. And finally, I don't know if you used to use Walkman. I don't know how old you were when Walkman came out, but I used to have, you know, the Walkman. I couldn't, every day I used to have it in my ears, listening to music and what. It is celebrating its 40th year today, right?
It makes me feel so old.
It was amazing using it, but how is it celebrating the day?
So I'm more concerned about the young people who have never seen a Walkman before.
Yeah.
And I'm one person who I found music when I got my first Walkman. And I think a lot of people have that same feeling. And it's great to know that I didn't know it was 40 years. I thought it was my age, but apparently it's older than me. So
how old is it?
It's 40 years
oh,
now.
okay, so it's older than you.
It's older than me.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see a video where some kids, the new generation kids, are reacting to the Walkman now, and it's interesting. You think that they would know, but they don't.
Oh, let's see that video now.
I don't know. I never used one of these things before. Walkmans!
It's the difference between Apollo 13 and Gravity when you kind of think about it, because it's like they had the old-fashioned kind of what they thought was futuristic, that kind of pushy button Star Trek thing, and now we have like touch screens.
Any idea what it's called?
No.
Is it a tape recorder?
MP3 player, portable radio.
A radio station.
Recording messages and stuff, like I'm about to do with you guys right now. Once I find the button.
Here's a cassette.
Oh no.
Now, how does it work?
Wait, lift? No, wait, no. Auto?
I'm confused. This isn't like the last
First
time.
one.
I did it! I'm so smart. You know, let's try that again.
Come on, you working? Something? No, nothing? Aw.
I did it!
But I don't hear anything.
It's working.
How many songs can fit on like an iPhone?
Oh god, a lot.
300.
Couple thousand?
2,000. You can put like any amount unless your storage is full.
And how many songs do you think could fit on a cassette tape?
1, 2,
2 at a time, side A and side B.
12. I'm guessing.
You can actually fit around 30 or so songs.
I'm glad they made iPhones.
You have a bag, fill it full of these little cassettes, just kind of pop them out, change them in, just kind of playlist style.
How do you listen to music now when you're just out in the world?
My iPhone, turn my phone on, and then play music.
Could you imagine running with that thing?
No. Unless you grab tape or duct tape and wrap it around your arm. I would have to like leave it in the middle of the street, and then I would have just wasted $200.
These won't exactly stay on your head. Because they don't stretch around your ears, they just kind of float there.
No, because now people just have like the little shuffles, the iPod shuffles. Just click them on. This big thing like bulking around. We don't live in that time anymore. I can make as much fun of it as I want to.
Wow, kids, interesting
right?
responses there. You know, it's interesting what one of the girls said. She says, now you can shuffle with iPhone and all of that. Before, you had to remove the tape, put it in, turn it around, push it in before
You have to listen to
all of
every
that.
song before you get to your favorite song. And that was the painful part, because if you have to forward and you fast forward and it gets to it and you press play, no, it's not it, and you fast forward and you get there, man, we have come a long way.
We have come a long way. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Kobe. Kobe is our in-house IT expert discussing all those issues with me here. But you're still here on Joy News Desk. Let's do some more stories, because commercial drivers who ply the Teshi Labadi stretch here in Accra say overgrown weeds and shrubs on the medium there are distracting them, in some cases also causing accidents. They want the Department of Parks and Gardens to clear the weeds, which they say has transformed the once cured median into one that has become messy and a danger for motorists. We'll bring you that story later, but you're still watching Joy News Desk with me, Arba. We're taking a short break. There's more news ahead.